God was and is and will always be a miracle working God. He turns the impossible into possible. He turns what seems ordinary into extraordinary. He does all this for His glory, and so man believes He is a living God, and all things are possible to them that believe it. Making use of what's already in your hand and obedience, that is believing and acting on the word, bring about the miracles. Take the example of the parting of the Red Sea and Peter's miraculous catch of fish. God did not ask them to do what they could not do. It was an ordinary, usual thing. To Moses he instructed to raise his staff and stretch out his hand over the sea, and to Peter to throw the net into the deep. They both were to use what was in their hand and act on what was spoken to them. That's how the miracle power was released. Though sometimes God may not use human agents to bring forth His miraculous power, He simply performed in the time of need, like the manna that fell from the sky to feed while they were on their journey. When you look closely into the parting of the Red Sea, you will find that God did the job of parting all night long, so the Israelites passed through on dry ground. It is interesting to note that the enemies pursuing them were finished just at daybreak. God is able to keep His children safe and to deliver them from their foes. In your season of darkness, you may be overlooked or count out. Maybe that's when God works on your behalf for the breakthrough. Your dark hours may be one of striving, waiting, or even praying. Trust that God will make a way. At the brink of dawn, the sun rises again. Consider Peter's miraculous catch of fish. Throughout the night, they worked but caught not a single fish. It goes on to say that in the morning Jesus was out there to meet them, and on the word of Jesus they hurled the net into the sea and not only caught enough fish, but a breakfast had already been prepared and waiting for them. Maybe in the season of darkness you might have worked hard enough without any visible result. Let me tell you that that's not the end of your story. When you think all efforts were in vain, expect to meet Jesus for a turnaround and a blessing. A seed, when sown, takes time to germinate, the process to take roots before the shoot sprouts. It takes place under the soil, unseen. Nevertheless, it's positioning for growth. A seed may be a dream which you have, or a prayer, something that you are believing God for. You got to be patient and give time for the process, though unseen and unnoticed. At the end of your hour or season of darkness, just be sure that God will shine His light on you. Your darkness will turn to light like a new dawn. And remember, God never leaves you all alone in the dark.